They say that the regular season doesn't matter once the playoffs start, and that could not be more obvious when you take a look at some sports teams that start strong but fail to finish. I'm Justin Fraction, and today we dive into 10 sports teams that dominate in the regular season but choke in the playoffs. And a big shout out to LJ Russell23 for suggesting this video. Please remember to leave us your ideas and we will try our best to get to them. And we do hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do, please click subscribe for more videos every single day. Number 10, St. Louis Blues. With no Stanley Cup since their inception in 1967, it's safe to say that St. Louis fans are singing the blues a ton. But this core they have now is like no other. The Blues have posted 100-point seasons in each of the last 4 82-game campaigns, yet they only have one trip past the second round of the playoffs. Being carried by Russian star Vladimir Tarasenko has given the Blues so much regular season success, but when the playoffs roll around, they tend to become a favorable opponent. Number 9, Los Angeles Dodgers. It's hard to find many MLB teams as consistent as the Dodgers. They've reached the playoffs 8 times since 2004 and have won 4 straight NL West Division championships. Even though they're carried by the league's most dominant pitcher in Clayton Kershaw, the Dodgers just can't get over the hump in the playoffs. They won just 2 playoff series during their 4 straight years of winning the division, but a lot of that happens to be a reflection of Kershaw's play. He has a 1.69 career ERA with a .72 WHIP in the regular season. However, his playoff ERA is 4.55, his WHIP is 1.16, and he carries a ghastly 4-7 record. Will this team that always spends more than any other club finally win a championship? History suggests no. Number 8, Toronto Raptors. Let's just disregard their trip to the 2016 Eastern Conference Final for a minute. After winning the Atlantic Division with 48 wins in 2014, they lost to the Brooklyn Nets in the opening round of the playoffs. In 2015, the 49-win Raptors were swept by the Washington Wizards in the opening round of the playoffs. In 2016, the 56-win Raptors barely got by the second-seeded Indiana Pacers in round 1 and barely got by the Miami Heat in the second round, needing 7 games once again. Nobody faulted them for falling to LeBron James's Cleveland Cavaliers in round 3. But recent history tells us that they're not that great in the playoffs. Number 7, Atlanta Falcons. Matt Ryan burst into the scene as a rookie in 2008 and guided Atlanta to winning seasons in his first 5 years in the NFL. They reached the playoffs in 2008, 10, 11, and 12. In the 2010 playoffs, the 13-3 Falcons were sent home by the 6th-seeded Packers after falling 48-21. In the 2011 playoffs, they lost 24-2 to the 9-7 New York Giants in the wild-card round. In the 2012 NFC Championship game, the top-seeded Falcons blew a 17-point lead to the San Francisco 49ers and squandered a chance at the Super Bowl. So it's safe to say that this team isn't clutch, despite so many regular season successes. Number 6, Chicago Bulls. The Bulls have made the playoffs all but 2 years since 2005. That includes a 62-win season, 2 other 50-win seasons, and 3 years of 47-49 wins. Yet despite that, the Bulls haven't been in the NBA Finals since winning it all in 1998. The 62-win 2011 season, carried by MVP Derrick Rose, went to a waste when the Miami Heat eliminated them in 5 games during the 3rd round. In fact, the Bulls have only been in the 3rd round of the playoffs once since 2005. Dare we say it? Unless Michael Jordan comes out of retirement, it's safe to say this Bulls team will continue to underperform in the playoffs. Number 5, Washington Nationals. The Nats have posted a winning record in each of the past 5 seasons, including a trio of 95-plus win seasons that culminated in an NL East Division title. This is one stacked club that features one of the league's flashiest players in Bryce Harper. The rotation is unfair when you see Steven Strasburg always contending for the NL Cy Young. Oh, and Max Scherzer is maybe the best pitcher in the league. Yet the Nationals haven't won a playoff series since moving to the nation's capital, losing in the NLDS in 2012, 14, and 16. They blew late leads in Game 5 in both the 2012 and 16 NLDS. So yeah, they aren't really playoff performers. Number 4, Cincinnati Bengals. What if we told you the Bengals haven't won a playoff game since 1991? What if we told you they haven't reached the playoffs since 2011, 12, 13, 14, and 15? Do we need to go further? This is a team that's usually in the playoffs. But last time they won a playoff game, the Soviet Union was being dissolved, and the Clockwork Radio was created in 1991. Number 3, Dallas Cowboys. It doesn't seem that long ago since the Cowboys were the model NFL organization with their 90s dynasty, but it's been over 20 years. Since losing to Carolina in the 1996 playoffs, the Cowboys have won just 2 playoff games and have not been to the NFC Championship since 1995. And must we keep bringing up Tony Romo and the constant playoff disappointments? Well, 2014 wasn't his fault, because Des Bryant probably caught it. Number 2, Los Angeles Clippers. As Blake Griffin and Chris Paul have turned the Clippers into a powerhouse, we've seen the end of the LA Lakers dynasty and the Dallas Mavericks 50-win seasons. You'd think the Clippers would fill the next man up role. The Clippers have made the playoffs in each of the last 5 seasons, with the last 4 resulting in at least 50 wins. Yet this team hasn't reached 3 playoff series wins, and they haven't reached the Western Conference Finals yet. And number 1, Washington Capitals. The Capitals have been one of the most consistent teams for many years. Since 2008, they've failed to make the playoffs just once. Alexander Ovechkin is scoring 50 goals a season like it's a cakewalk. Braden Holtby is the best goalie in the NHL, not named Carey Price. What more could you want? How about some playoff success? This team has 6 100-point seasons since 2009, including 2 President's Trophies, but 0 trips to the Eastern Conference Finals. Maybe one year, maybe never, but the clock of patience is ticking in Washington. What other great regular season teams always choke in the playoffs? Join us in the comments below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps us out a ton and we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to Total Pro Sports though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.